What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing today? Man, I can't believe how much days are running, man. We're actually at the middle of 2022. And I just thought, guys, I should come here to let you guys know of what we planned at the beginning of this year and how it's going right now. I decided to name this video, A Journey to One Africa. At the beginning of this year, I remember I came here and I told you guys what we're gonna be standing for. I laid down pretty much the foundation of 2022, and the first thing it was that this is gonna be a year of action. Love in action, peace in action, and unity in action. We ain't just gonna talk, but we're gonna put on the action on what we preach and what we talk about. And you guys remember that we have been doing that so far. Even my trip to Ethiopia, you guys have seen everything. I've been broadcasting almost every single day, more than 80 different videos ever since I touched to Ethiopia to the time I leave. I was just doing every single day, guys. And not only that, but there's so many different actions that we have been doing to make sure that what we preach is what we do. In 2022, we have to be brutally honest with ourselves. If you want to see change, then we have to tell each other what is the problem, all right? It's okay to fight, it's okay to argue with words, but at the end of the day, we have to be honest with ourselves, because you don't want to be hypocrites. If it's our problem, we have to address the problem the way it is. We cannot just point fingers at leaders, but we have to point fingers at ourselves that A, B, C, D, we are not doing right, and that's what we've been doing so far. After that, guys, we started to come with different campaigns. First campaign, it was hashtag One Africa in Our Generation. We have been fighting for One Africa for a long time, and if we don't have the targets, if we don't have the vision, if we don't have the point that we want to hit, then it's not gonna happen. And we don't really want to have One Africa on papers, but we want to have One Africa between me and you guys. So we started in our community to make sure that we are opening the doors so almost everybody out there, want them to feel at home when they come to Soil Nation One Africa platforms, and to experience that, because that's how we connect and we unite our people. And so far, that's what has been happening. And we know that there's so many different things that we need to achieve. For example, having free visa, you know, within African countries, or on arrival, like you go to the country and then you get visa right away, you can just enter the country. Those are kind of actions that will actually help us to unite our people even more. And our focus has always been from the bottom up. All right, we care a lot those people from the bottom, because we are from the bottom, you know what I'm saying? Farmers and people, most of the time we don't pay attention. We have seen that pattern most of the time in our politicians. Most of the time they just end up, you know, sitting in the office and they don't really connect with their people. And I'm not talking about everybody. There are those kind of politicians that are doing that, but our focus has been from the bottom up to make sure that we are lifting our people from below, all the way from the ground. And that's why we don't care whatever professional that you have. If you're a farmer, if you're a doctor, if you're a teacher, this is your platform, because this platform is for Africans. And we believe that when we focus on the bottom up, then it's very easy for us to achieve One Africa, because at the bottom, that's where a lot of people are. In Africa, at the top, it's just very few people. Most of them, they're leaders, they're billionaires, but a lot of people we have at the bottom. Most of our countries are not middle-income countries, but they're low-income countries. And so we want to focus on them to make sure that we bring them up and we have that One Africa with our people. Later on, we introduced another campaign, hashtag ProudAfrican. And this was influenced by my trip when I went to Ethiopia. You know, I realized that a lot of people, yes, they're proud of their ethnicity, their tribes, and where they're coming from, and that is good. We should be proud of all those things. But when you go to the countries that are actually facing a lot of challenges when it comes to tribes, then we have to be very careful how we address that. And so we came up with hashtag ProudAfrican, that instead of hashtagging your tribe, something that is going to create this sensitivity, not only that, but it's going to create a little groups within our Africa, and we don't want to have that. Why don't we hashtagging Proud African, so that every single African out there will actually be included in this one hashtag Proud African, be the change Africa needs. Because whatever tribe you're coming from is Africa. My tribe is African. My tribe is One Africa. What I was saying is that whatever tribe you're coming from, you have to remember that is Africa, and you are included within Africa. So let's hashtag Proud African. Let's hashtag Proud Your Country. For me, I would say Proud Tanzanian. That means I include all Tanzanians with me. But because I don't want to leave other Africans aside, that's why I also say Proud African, so that all Africans may come together and realize that we are actually one. And that has been going on so far. And the change that Africa needs is that our continent needs change. There's a lot of things that we need change. And most of the time we're looking at the leaders, we're looking at the people that will bring change to what we do have. But it's a time for us to actually be the change, because Africa is craving and crying for change, and that change is me and you. And now we came up with another campaign, #change to change, which means I cannot change anything if I don't change myself, right? If I want to change Africa, #change Africa, then I have to focus on myself. I have to focus on changing my perspective, changing on how I see Africa, changing on how I see other people who are coming from different tribe, different religion, different race from mine. You know what I'm saying? If I change that, then I'm changing the continent, then I'm changing Africa, I'm changing my country, my society, right? These are different campaigns that we're releasing and we're coming up with to just motivate our people and to motivate every single one of you, to give you guys a little bit of a direction that this is where we're going. And so how are you gonna do it? It's up to you. You can figure out, you can give suggestions, you can do this and that, but for us, our job is to show the direction and actually to give you guys a little bit of example of how we do it. And I know that you guys have been seeing how we do it. We have succeeded to have live stream every single day. We have more than just one host. Before it was me, but now we have more other different hosts. So we have shows every single day. All right, on Monday I hosted different CEOs, YouTubers, influencers, and different interviews and conversation. And on Tuesday we have Tanzan, she's hosting the show of African traditions. Wednesday we have Professor Ezra, he's hosting Education in 21st Century. And Thursday we have Dr. Ebenezer, he always talk about potential in Africa. And on Friday we have Pastor Ezra, he's pretty much doing a weekly recap of what's going on in Africa and in Soil Nation One Africa. And on Saturday we have Biggie, he's talking about diaspora. All right, and on Sunday we have Mwenda Tezi with the show of the hidden hands. And all of this, and also on Thursday at 6 p.m. we have another show, Swahili session, hosted by Paul Justin. And all these things is in the mission of achieving that one Africa in our generation. And I do believe we can do that, because us, we have to be an example. We have to live by the example, lead people by the example. We can't just talk, but we have to do it. That's why we encourage one another that, guys, please, let's continue to do it. Let's continue to be engaged in all these campaigns so that we make sure that we have that one Africa. And what I want to ask you guys is to be involved. This is the time not to sit down and to watch, but to stand up, to walk, and to actually be involved. Because I'm telling you, man, it's happening, guys, and nobody's going to stop us. You have seen so many letters that we have written. We have wrote letter to colonial powers to ask for all the heritage to bring back to Africa, because our mission is protect and prevent the image and bring back all the heritage of Africa, and to decolonize the mind through authentic knowledge, and to create a bridge for oneness and a peaceful Africa. That is our mission. And every single thing, every single session we are doing, every single behind the scene and on the screen we are doing, it has been based on that mission. A couple museums in the United States have been releasing artifacts. They are going to release some artifact to Benin. And that is because one day we actually left our One Africa letter into the museum in the United States. And we sent some other letters into the Netherlands, a couple of the museums that are holding African artifacts. And we hope we can send to almost all the museums out there. And we release those letters publicly. And some of you guys, you shared to spread the word everywhere. Right, we wrote a letter to some organization when our brothers and sisters were held in the Ukraine, and you guys, you know that they were released after that letter. We wrote a letter to President of France, you know, after what happened to Mali, and you guys, you know what has happened there right now. They don't have French troops anymore, and we have always been talking about that. So all of these are the actions that we have been actually putting on 2022. And there's so many other things that I cannot tell you guys. We're expecting to have our website very soon. I've seen already the sample of what is happening, man. The website is beautiful, it's amazing. You guys will love it. Next year we'll be having our application. All these things are in the process of action and making sure that we have everything it takes, everything we need to achieve one Africa. So we're gonna be everywhere. All right, we're gonna have branches everywhere. We have headquarters here in Tanzania, Dar es Salaam, but we're gonna have branches everywhere to make sure that we connect our people everywhere, because we have so many resources in Africa, and that is human resources. More than 60% of Africa's population, they're under the age of 25 years old. That is human resources. And we're going to connect our people everywhere they are. Even those who left Africa a long time ago and maybe they lost hope for Africa because of what has been happening in Africa, we are bringing them back. Not necessarily physically to come back home. No, we're bringing them back to one Africa. You know what I'm saying? We're bringing them, we want their interest, we want their focus, we want their investment to come back to the continent and to support our people. And that's what we are focusing on, man. And this is for you guys. This is not about me. It's not about me. It's not about anybody else out there. But it's about one Africa. It's about bringing our people together. We have been divided so much. The other day I was having a conversation with one of my brother from Angola. Actually, the name Angola, it's not the real name of that country. The name of that country is Angola, which means the kingdom. You know, but those Portuguese, when they came, they changed it to Angola. Even the capital city is not Luanda, it's Luanda. But they changed it to something else. And that's what they've done everywhere. When they came to Africa, they changed. But they didn't just do that. Angola Kingdom, it was actually part of Congo Kingdom long time ago. It was one country. But they came, they divided it. And when you look at the map of Congo, map of Africa, you see that some part of Angola is actually within the country of Congo. But when you look at all these borders that we have, it's actually one people. Those people at the border, they speak the same language, they understand each other, they're actually one people. And this is what we always say, that Africa is actually one people. And when we say one Africa, it's not a new concept. It's something that has always been there. And we want to bring our people back together. But because of colonialism, so people in the Angola Kingdom, you know, they're speaking Portuguese. Here in the Congo Kingdom, they're speaking French. So they cannot really connect with one another, because until right now, they're still learning those kind of different languages. We have to bring our people together. And we cannot do it without you guys. I want you guys to be involved, like these videos, share our videos, and we spread the word out there so that everybody will know about one Africa. And that's what we need. There's so many other things that we have achieved, and I'm not going to tell you guys today, but one day I'll come here and to tell you again, one by one. But by now, I just want to tell you guys that we are moving. A journey to one Africa has just begun, and we are going there, and we're going to achieve in our generation. Please be encouraged. Don't lose hope, because we are marching towards one Africa, and we're going to see it very soon in our generation. We're working for our next generation as well. We don't forget them. And we want to see better and strong Africa, not only today, but 20, 50, 100 years to come. And we are building a new system that will work for our people inside the continent and outside the continent. And nobody at that time will look down on Africa. And we are the one that we're going to change that by changing ourselves and stepping outside of our comfort zone and change something out there. Guys, I love you. Thank you so much for listening to this, and I'll see you very soon. Be the change that Africa needs. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.